during the Trail Angel magic at Barker's Pass, I was sitting there with a bunch of PCT hikers, and we were all talking about our experiences, and we were sharing stories about the river crossing and the snow and all of this stuff that we had experienced alone but together. Do you see what I mean? Like, we had these shared experiences, and I felt like I was part of one of the coolest clubs on the planet, you guys. I know I only did 40 miles of that trail, but it was so cool to sit there and talk to them about that. So I was telling them all my experiences, and of course, dressed in my striped pajamas because my pants don't fit anymore. So a new person walked in and introduced himself. You know, I'm Fluff or Maggot or whatever his trail name was. And so I turned around and told him my name. And he said, "Oh, you don't have a trail name?" I said, "No, I'm not a PCT hiker. I'm a TRT section hiker. I just did the Echo Lake to Tahoe City." He goes, "Oh, you need a trail name." One of the other hikers says, "Your trail name should be Stripes because you're wearing striped pajamas." And I said, "Oh, that's interesting." Yeah, you know, it wasn't one of those like angels were singing, like, "Oh, it's the best trail name in the world." And this other guy, who's my age, with kids, kicking ass on this trail, doing like 25 to 30 miles a day, which I'm so impressed by. I mean, when a 20-year-old does it, it's like, yeah, you're 20. But when a 45-year-old does it, bravo. Anyway, he looked at me and goes, "No, your trail name should be Stripes because you earned your stripes." Okay, that I can relate to. And he said, if you just survived desolation wilderness by yourself, doing those river crossings and those snow crossings by yourself, bear encounters by yourself, camping by yourself, filtering water, all that stuff. He said, if you can do that, you could do the entire PCT. And I told him, that's the greatest compliment anyone has ever given me. And I felt so vindicated. Again, I think that's the right word. Because when I had to leave this trail, I was so devastated. I'd worked so hard to get here. And I knew I could do it. I knew I was capable. And when I went home, there were several people who said, more nicely than I'm going to say it now, but there were several people who said, "I knew it was too much for you. You were biting off more than you could chew." I didn't feel that. I didn't feel like I was. And this coming back out here and doing these last 5 days have proven to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was prepared for this. And, you know, shit just happened. Out of my control. I got sick. I had to come off. And I feel really happy and really grateful that I didn't stay home. And I feel successful. I feel like I've accomplished something. And that feels really good. This is the last uphill climb that I have on this section of the TRT. And I only have 0.7 miles to the top, which might as well be 10 miles. But I think I can do it. Slow and steady. I've had 2 big climbs today. This last one is kicking my butt. It feels like Dick's Peak again, or Dick's Pass. Whew. So I'm playing this game where I'm sort of hopping from shady spot to shady spot, resting at every shady spot and just walking through the sunspots. And I have only 0.2 miles to the summit. And it's all in sun. Woo! It's It's 2 o'clock, so the sun is real intense. And I'm feeling it today. I have done more miles than I've ever done in my life today. So that could be a thing. But I'm just gonna take a minute here, gather myself before I do this 0.2 miles uphill in the sun. Here we go again. The dreaded snow crossing. Holy moly. This is a big one. All right, let's do it. Success! I'm getting the hang of this. I'm getting the hang of this. I made it to the top of another mountain. Darn. I just missed the TRT turnoff and started hauling ass down the PCT. And the only reason I even stopped myself was because I was going downhill and I thought, this isn't right. I'm supposed to be going uphill. Sure. It's okay. What's an extra mile when you're already doing 12, 13, 14? Who cares? I care. All right, uphill a half a mile, and then uphill some more. It's gonna be okay. PCT, TRT, this way. I've done 14.6 miles today. It's 6 o'clock and I'm starting to feel really tired. Oop. But the water is a mile and 6. Mile 0.6. So I'm gonna push myself. Like I've never pushed myself before. That's not true. I have plenty of energy to do a mile 0.6. What is exciting about that is that, ooh, hold on. I will have walked 16 miles, which was my original goal. And there's something about 16 that I gotta reach it because I just know I can without doing any damage to myself. So I'm gonna very slowly trek on for another mile 0.6 to Ward's Creek and get some water. I can now confirm that cooking in a campsite does attract bears. I'm in a There are bears in our camp. Last day on the TRT. Going out with a bang. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and the bears are still here. Apparently they're waiting for us to go to bed so they can come check out the camp. I'm excited.